But listen, Miss Pugh, don't speak over me. Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Miss Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself.
All right, folks. Today we got a no-nonsense judge facing off against a full-blown sovereign citizen. And it gets messy. This woman walked into court with a scrap of paper and the usual script of pseudo-legal jargon, thinking she was about to drop some truth bombs and strut out untouched. Spoiler, she didn't. Honestly, it's a miracle she made it through reading that thing without tripping over her own words. Things escalate quickly in this one. Let me know in the comments what you think of her courtroom performance.
Up you.
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the what?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand. Okay.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Pugh. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right, so Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself, or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you, or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it, and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus, and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel to effective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
Nope, this is absolutely not fine. She's making a total fool of herself. And honestly, it's kind of entertaining to watch. I've got to hand it to the judge, just calmly letting her run through her sovereign citizen script like she's casting spells in traffic court. It's wild how some of these folks truly believe they've discovered a secret legal cheat code. Spoiler alert, they haven't. Saying, "I don't consent," doesn't magically erase charges or remove jurisdiction. That's not how the law works. What really gets me is how confidently she delivers that nonsense, like she genuinely believes it. She's polite, calling the judge Your Honor, but clearly out of her depth. You almost feel bad, until you remember she walked in thinking she could outwit the legal system with something she found in a YouTube comment section. How does someone fall that deep into the rabbit hole? Saying this stuff online is one thing. Saying in open court? That's next level delusion. Let's get back into it. This courtroom chaos is far from over.
Ms. Pugh, I appreciate your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Ms. Pugh, don't speak over me.
Respectfully, Your Honor, with my incarceration being
Ms.
involved-
Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on, listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why, is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply to your appointed
Go back.
agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney.
Yeah, that was rough. But buckle up, because this train wreck is rolling into round 2. Believe it or not, she actually comes back for another hearing. Don't worry, I've got the footage. At this point, the judge deserves a medal for sheer patience. Arguing with someone like this is like trying to reason with a brick wall. Except this brick wall thinks it graduated from YouTube law school. Seriously, huge credit to the judge. She's firm, sharp, and somehow still patient while trying to untangle this girl's constitutional confusion. It's kind of impressive. What do you guys think? Has the judge been too soft, or is she nailing the balance? Personally, I think she's handling it like a total pro. Let's dive into the next hearing and see just how far off the rails this gets.
Perfect. So, Ms. Pugh, Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of your appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today if that's what you want to do. We'll get your case set for trial, and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury, and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law? Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I know we've been accused of.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not?
I knew she was going to say that. I swear I'm starting to predict these sovereign citizens like clockwork. They've officially taken over my brain. Honestly, breaking down their nonsense is costing me brain cells by the day. And look, While some of these folks may genuinely be struggling with mental health, that doesn't excuse the chaos they bring. They waste court time, drain law enforcement resources, and still act like they discovered some secret loophole. It's frustrating and sad all at once. And this time, no script. Maybe county jail convinced her to memorize it. But now she's talking about representing herself. And let's be real, if she goes down that path, she could be staring at 8 to 10 years. Let's jump back in and see if she actually tries to play a lawyer, because if she does, this won't end well.
I don't understand why.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself, by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I'm going to be able to do that.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine after they listen to the evidence if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case. I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fun, Judge.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, just get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury, and we'll just get it figured out that way.
I've got to say it. This judge was a solid 10 out of 10. Agree? Disagree? Drop your take in the comments. But in my opinion, she did everything she could to give the sovereign citizen a fair chance before finally shutting it all down. Her patience? Seriously impressive. I would have lost it in 10 minutes, but she kept her cool the whole way through. Sure, it's tough watching someone spiral like this, but the judge showed restrained clarity and gave her every opportunity to explain herself. And the outcome? Totally predictable. And hey, for anyone who lost brain cells watching this, I feel you. Sovereign citizens trying to logic their way through court is painful, but also wildly entertaining. You could literally see her brain short-circuiting in real time, scrambling to invent fake legal answers on the fly. It was like someone trying to freestyle in court with no rhythm. Complete disaster. Let me know how you think the judge handled it. And if you like the breakdown, hit that like and subscribe. I've got more coming daily. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.